Do you have envelopes everywhere? We're going to make a mini journal today using envelopes. This is also going to be our mini challenge in the challenge number 3. Stay tuned to the end of the video where you get your details. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the Messy Desk. And this is going to be our mini challenge in the challenge number 3 for the September Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge. I'm sorry it's taking so long for it to come up. But even if you're not interested in the mini challenge, I'll explain it closer to the end. Do you find yourself with envelopes? Lots and lots of envelopes. Well, we're working on stash busting this month in the September Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge. And so I thought I would go ahead and let's make a mini book, a little journal using envelopes. So I have this stack of envelopes. I'm going to take one. I'm going to actually, I want to make sure that I can open it and that it's clean and not damaged, because I do buy envelopes sometimes at garage sales and things like that. So I want to make sure that it is a good envelope. So I'm going to do this. There's several ways of doing this. Today, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my next envelope and I'm going to set it inside just like that. Okay? And then I'm going to take another one and I'm going to set it inside just like that. Okay? I'm going to take another one and I'm going to set it inside just like that. Okay? So far I have 8 pages, 2, 4, 6, 8. And so this being for something small, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just do 5 envelopes inside of each other. Okay, so just like that. Now, you can also go ahead, I could have, yeah, I didn't, but I could have put that in. I'm going to go ahead on this one, I'm going to glue this one down. Okay, so I'm not going to fold it straight. I'm going to fold it so that there's a little bit of a gusset here, or a gutter, or whatever you want to call it. You see, just like that. And maybe even should have made it a little bit bigger because I'm going to be adding stuff to this. So let's go ahead. I've been using today my Mono Tombow liquid glue. If you all remember, this really is my favorite glue. It doesn't gobbly gloop. And I have like 10 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, even though it's not going to dry as fast. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put that down. Okay, now you could go ahead and glue all these in. I'm not going to do that. Okay, here I have folded a paper that is going to fit inside of my envelope, inside of my journal, and I'm going to push that down in there. Okay, so that's going to give me a page. Okay, the other thing is at this spot, this is where I am on this particular type. This is where I am going to sew my signature. So I'm going to put in a couple of things that I have. Oh gosh, pictures of my dad ended up on my desk. That's my next thing that I need to do. This is some trash, so got to using up my stuff. Okay, I'm going to do one of these. I'm going to fold. Let's do this. Let's start by folding this side in. folding it there. Okay, measuring my thumb, finger. Okay, folding that over, and I'm just going to line it up. And so here I'm using the rest of those scrap papers that I had left over from making the Paris journal. On Saturday, I used some of them. The Paris journal was the journal that I made for the August Altered Junk Journal Challenge. Okay, so that'll give me those. And then I did have this heart. Okay, there's that. It's a little bit longer. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to leave it at this. I do have this, and I have another envelope, a little florist envelope. Okay, again, this video is about using up the envelopes. Okay, so that can be in the center. So this is going to be it's going to have a little signature inside right here. And that's going to go ahead and close up the rest of my journal. Before I do that, I'm like, do I want to? I think I do. I'm going to put a page here. Okay. It's going to go under. Okay, so it's going to go under, so it'll be in that seam. These are all the pages that were a little bit different sized. Again, I've already cut some pages to go to cover over the pages. So this one, I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to go put it in here. Okay. And let's see. I do have another one for in the front. I did that wrong. So I want this colored paper here to show up in that lip. Okay. It's colored paper in that lip. And I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to cut this one down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Checking, make sure that I'm filming. For some reason it felt like I wasn't filming. Okay, so put this in here, and since we have it and it's right here, let's add, I think it feels like there's more than one. That happens with the vintage ones. Sometimes they feel like they're more substantial. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we'll have our junk journal-y journal there with this page. Then we turn it. We have this. Okay, so that gives us a couple of them there. And we might want something here. Okay. Well, we can still go ahead, do a flip. Okay, so that gives us a flip. And this. This is a lot of pages to go through, actually, but that's okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, that comes all the way to the edge, but that's okay. And you know what? We didn't do one of these. Okay. It's like, what else do we have? Okay, so you have, it's kind of interesting. You have all of this fluff, and it's going to be held together here inside of this envelope. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is go ahead and line it all up inside here. Now, I've done these a couple of different ways. I will try and remember and put the videos to them down below. We did one with the winter one sheet digital. It turned out kind of cool. Okay, so there, it doesn't really matter. This is our front. Okay. Okay, so you all know that I use a push pin to, whoop, when I'm going to be binding. And I've got this new thing from the mouse pad. I'm loving it. I'm going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch just because that's really all I need, because we're not using any odd shaped papers. Odd shaped papers, I would do a 5, because then you would probably catch all the odd papers. So I already have my needle threaded. I try and use the smallest needle that I can easily thread, which is now bigger. Because it's too frustrating to just not be able to thread a needle and have that ruin your whole day when you're trying to bind it. Okay, so I went through the center, I came up through the top, I went back, I pulled this string over, went back down. The reason I pull the string is so that it doesn't get tangled up in the string that's already there. So this little thing would make a great purse journal. It would make a great card. It would make a great beside your bed journal. Whoop. Boy, Julie, I know you know how to tie a knot. Well, it would help if there. Okay, so there's my knot. Okay. Now, while I have this out, I'm going to grab some sequins. Sorry about that. Let's see, I have purpley ones. I'm going to use the Paris theme ephemera again. We're going to use a blue butterfly. And then we'll find something for the other side. Okay, I did that. I wanted to show you. You can go ahead and while you still have your needle in, if there's not a hole in your sequin, you can go ahead and add a hole. You can tie your sequin off. Okay, so there's my little journal. Okay, and it's bound, and it's going to have a little butterfly, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this shut. Well, the whole rest of the video was out of frame, so let me show you what we've got so far, and then we will come back and decorate some more. So I did add a cover using one of the digitals that were in the stack of leftover digitals. This one is from the Paris Pages and Ephemera Kit from Dear Julie Julie, and we just glued it on. I did use the Mono Tombow liquid glue. I brought it back out. Added a pocket here. You can see these are the pages that we ended up with. And I've already started adding some of, there's the flip out. We've added one of the cigarette cards there. I did close up the envelope. There's another flip out. So we'll come back. I did make a card for here. It's in there. Still have that place. Added her. She's from the Paris postcard digital kit. This is also from the Paris postcard, and added an envelope there, or a pocket. Added a top tuck. This is using one of the calling cards from the postcard part of the kit. Added a flip flop there. Just added these with a pocket. This is on a pocket page, so we can also put something in there. Added this paper. So I had those already cut. Then I added this, made that a flip flop, and added this from the postcard page. So that is my little journal so far. Mini challenge in the challenge number 3 in the September Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge is to use 5 envelopes, and make a journal. It can be any size. You can use any type of envelopes. You can make your own envelopes, your envelope punch board. You can use church envelopes, coin envelopes, colored envelopes, whatever you want, but make some kind of junk journal. It doesn't need to be this style. This was just something I thought was fun, and I wanted to show you. I've done this before. You can use privacy envelopes. And speaking of privacy envelopes, part 2 to the privacy envelope video will be very soon. I found the privacy envelope base journal today. So stay tuned for that. So again, your mini challenge in the challenge, use 5 envelopes. Your deadline is Friday, September 27th. And thank you for your patience. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an amazing day. Come back for part 2. Bye.